I drink decaffeinated drinks such as Coke and tea because I noticed that when I was drinking these drinks with caffeine in, I was getting a lot more anxious. Welcome to the tea test, Liam and Heath. Caffeine is a diuretic, and because of this, it makes you go to the toilet more, which can lead to dehydration. Do you know the effect caffeine can have on your health?
Yes, I know if you have too much caffeine, it can be very bad for your heart, and I know it can affect some things like anxiety, and obviously if you have too much, it's very difficult to sleep at night, and it can affect your sleep patterns.
Yeah, well, as it's a stimulant, I guess it can affect your heart and perhaps make you more anxious and things.
According to the British Heart Foundation, in moderation, caffeine does not cause you any overall health risks, but it can increase your heart rate. Do you usually drink tea?
I drink tea quite a lot, yeah, every day.
I do sometimes, yeah. I prefer coffee normally, but sometimes I like a nice cup of tea.
So why do you prefer coffee normally?
I just prefer the taste, and it wakes me up in the morning.
What appeals to you about tea?
I like the taste, that's probably the main thing. I prefer it to coffee. It does help wake me up, I think.
According to the International Journal of Cardiology, drinking a moderate amount of caffeine lowers the risk of coronary heart disease in women. Could you try the tea now?
Okay.
That's just in front of you.
Okay, I'll start this one.
And now, could you try the tea?
Okay, either?
Either, yeah.
Okay, I'll start with this one.
Please be careful because it is hot.
Okay. Oh, it is hot. Okay. Now this one. Okay.
Which one do you prefer and why?
I think I prefer this one. It's got slightly sharper flavour. That's the only way I can think to describe it. It's yeah, slightly more edge.
Do you want to do the reveal?
Okay. Let's find out what this one was. Yeah, this is the caffeine one. And this is the decaf one. And they're both black tea.
I'd say that's got more flavour, this one.
Okay.
I think I prefer that one.
Okay. Would you like to lift it up and reveal which it is?
It's black tea and it's caffeinated.
Okay.
Caffeinated black tea.
Thank you.
I felt as though the black tea, the caffeinated tea had a little bit more flavour than the decaf.
Okay, thank you. Have you ever tried green tea?
No, I've never tried it.
Would you want to try green tea?
I'd be interested to try it, yeah.
Have you ever tried green tea?
Yeah, I drink it occasionally, yeah. Okay. think I prefer this one, but it's a lot closer.
So, do you want to do the reveal,
Okay,
please?
let's find out what this one was. This is the caffeinated one, and this is the decaf one.
Would you after this taste test now, would you consider changing to decaf?
Possibly if I wanted a cup of tea late at night, which is a possibility because I love tea. But other than that, no, probably not.
Okay, and these are the green teas, are they?
Yeah.
Okay. So they're equally horrible. Let me try again. So it's caffeine, it's raising my blood pressure. That tastes like bicycle tyres.
Since when have you tried bicycle tyres? Anyway.
Have you never tried bicycle tyres? I honestly can't say which one I prefer. I prefer black tea, I think. I think if I had to choose, I'd choose that one. This one.
Would you like to reveal?
I don't know. That's actually decaf. Green decaffeinated.
Does that surprise you?
Yes, given that the black tea I preferred the caffeinated. I've kind of, from that I equated caffeine with more flavour. I think the decaffeinated green tea is actually slightly nicer.
Well, that's interesting. I spoke to Aoife, a nutritionist at the Cathlock Centre in Manchester, but unfortunately she could not appear in the documentary, so Harry Stafford voiced her answers. Can you tell us what caffeine is?
Caffeine is a stimulant which acts on the nervous system of the body, and the idea is it makes you basically feel awake and it perks you up.
What impact does caffeine have on the body, good or bad, and how does the body respond?
It's neither good nor bad. People take caffeine usually to sort of wake them up, to make them feel a bit more sort of awake and alert. The downside of it is that if you drink too much of it, it can make you anxious, it can cause nervousness, it can cause insomnia, and even cause diarrhea.
Is there any recommended advice around caffeine? If so, what is the advice?
Well, you shouldn't really take more than 400 milligrams a day. And that could be, say, 8 cups of tea, 4 cups of coffee, and 2 energy drinks. And these amounts will vary on the type of drink you're drinking. But generally, you should feel how your body reacts to it. And if you feel anxious, then probably slow down and take less.
Do you drink caffeine, knowing the impact caffeine can have on your body?
Yes, very much. I like coffee in the morning because I know it's going to make me alert and bring me into the day feeling fairly decent and fairly awake, and I think that's why I take it.
What are the advantages and disadvantages of caffeine?
Well, the advantages are that it's an antioxidant, and in some cases it can help with some elements of cancer. As I say, it perks you up, it keeps you awake. The downside is that, of course, if you do take too much, it's going to make you anxious, and you need to know when you've had too much, because too much caffeine is clearly not going to make you feel great all day long, because, as I say, insomnia, nausea, maybe even diarrhea could be part of the problem.
What more could be done to inform people about caffeine, or is there enough information?
Well, like anything, there's an awful lot of information on the internet, and you could find out about its antioxidant properties in terms of fighting cancer. But I think that one of the things to look at is that caffeine can have a detrimental effect on your health if you drink too much.
What advice would you give regarding energy drinks?
Energy drinks are actually a lot stronger, and there can be up to sort of 2 cups of coffee. And you'd need to be aware of energy drinks. Sometimes they can make you feel quite overstimulated and again anxious and maybe a bit jittery.
Can you become dependent on energy drinks?
Well, there are reports that if you drink them too often, you can become dependent on them because you'll need to sort of keep that level of stimulation. And but the good news is, though, if you stop, literally within 2 days you'll be back to normal and feeling okay. It's not something that stays in the system too long.